Hi, I'm Carrie Blazer, the Divine Feminine, reincarnation of Mary Magdalene. Thank you for clicking on my clip. But I want to let you know that I have a free ebook linked below, my 6 Divine Feminine self-love strategies. They will help you transform your emotional wounds into personal wisdom. And I take a multidisciplinary approach. I include the laws of physics, psychology, neuroscience, shamanism, mysticism. I went wild, okay? So men can understand and women can understand. There's something there for everyone because what I learned is when something's true, it's true in multiple places. All right, please like and subscribe and help me distribute my ebook to everyone for free by exploding my channel. Take care. Enjoy the clip. Bye. How does a holographic universe operate? And I'm just going to break it down in simple terms. We have a soul or consciousness. It communicates out through our hearts, and then it communicates to our brain, and then our brain decides what to do. And I even learned from Dr. Bruce Lipton that our cells have receptors on them for our own energy. So even though the cell's inside my body, it still has to have a way to receive the energy that it's already within. It's like, wow, that's just fascinating. So what's it receiving? It's receiving how our souls communicate, right? So the feminine goes first. The feminine is a surrender to the emotions, and the masculine is the action afterwards. Like when a woman drops her handkerchief, then the man can decide what to do. The feminine is the surrender, the dropping of the handkerchief, then the masculine acts. This is just how it works, right? And so the universe is a mirror showing me myself in every moment as a constant feedback loop for self-improvement. And here's an example. So last year I was talking to my older daughter, and she was super upset about all of the immigration raids. And she's like, Mom, there's mothers being torn apart from the children. And I'm like, yes, but why are you attracted to that? I'm not attracted to that. When she was 5 weeks old, I got bacterial pneumonia because I wasn't taking care of myself. I went back to work when she was 3 weeks old, and I already had a 2.5-year-old. So I got bacterial pneumonia, became septic, spent 2 weeks on a ventilator in ICU, 5 days on 100% oxygen, another week in the hospital. I was all of a sudden gone. Trauma. We attract what we are through energetic resonance, meaning a vibrational match. Why was that event in a vibrational match for my daughter? Well, we have a lot of trauma together. You know, I hadn't healed when I had my kids. I started healing 10 years ago, and I'm 55 now. I had my kids in my late 20s and early 30s. So now that we understand that consciousness goes beyond the body, we can understand how energy can resonate. And this tuning fork experiment is going to show us how. What it's going to show is that when you have two tuning forks and one is vibrating at 512 hertz and one at 440, when the 512 moves, the 440 doesn't even notice because there's no resonance. They're not a vibrational match. But when it's 440 and 440, because the field is the sole governing agency of the particle, when this 440 moves, it moves this 440. Let's see it, and then we'll do a deep dive into the map of consciousness. When it's the same vibration, the same frequency, that's when there's movement, there's resonance, and that's what draws our attention, right? Let's look over here. So our emotions vibrate at different hertz. Fear, grief, guilt, and shame are all 100 hertz and below. Well, I did some research, and viruses, bacteria, cancer, all vibrate at 100 hertz or below. Where was I vibrating at 30 years old when I was so anxious? I went back to work in the middle of January when I had a 3-week-old infant and a 2.5-year-old son, thinking that was a good idea. Well, my body showed me right away that I was putting money and convenience before health and well-being. Kicked my butt. So when I have, let's say, 40 hertz in my soul, and that's selfishness, I'm just giving an example. When my 40 hertz moves, then the people around me with 40 hertz also move, showing me my identity, showing me my tribe. Oh, we're the group. Well, what is your soul doing? Your soul is showing you yourself, showing you your own selfishness. So when you perceive selfishness outside of yourself, That is your soul showing you the selfishness inside of yourself and the beauty. One time I went to another shaman. I'm like, oh, you're so bright. You're so bright. What was my soul showing me? How bright I had become. And it took me I walked in the door, I was like, oh, I'm that bright too, because I was finally internalizing the universe is mirror. And the highest vibrating energy is the most transformative. The universe is a mirror is one of my teachings in my ebook, and change is an inside job is another teaching inside my ebook.